Welcome to Fantasy Fanline.
What is up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. We are Fantasy Fanline, and I know you missed us last week, but we are back with a special Thanksgiving Day, Thursday morning episode. The day we all love as football fans. Get to stuff our faces, do our thing with our family and our loved ones, and watch football all day. And got Sinker outside in sunny California today. I'm not jealous at all. Definitely not jealous at all here in Jersey, where it's freezing these days. But what's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving. How's your trip in Cali going?
It's good, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. It's been nice out here, man. It's 75, sunny. Can't complain, man. Getting used to that Pacific time zone. So, still a little early for me over here, but ready to jump in. And the best thing about Thanksgiving is always the football games. So excited to discuss that and get rolling.
Oh yeah, they're not the best matchups on paper, but we were just talking pre-show how hopefully one or two of them can be a little closer than we think. Give us some solid football. On paper, it looks like three games that you could easily predict the winners, but that's why they play the
Yeah.
game. You never know. Just a reminder, if you're watching in, getting ready for your big feast later to watch the game in about an hour, the first game, you can give us a call. Tell us your favorite Thanksgiving Day dish or dessert. Ask a question about the games today. Ask a question about the games coming up this weekend. We're in crunch time, fantasy football season, so we'll be locked in with you the rest of the way. No more days off. These are very important weeks. Every matchup counts now. We're pushing for playoff spots. We're pushing for playoff runs. We're pushing for titles. And that's why we're here, trying to win you some titles. We are a call-in show. I put that number, it's down low. And just a reminder, give us a ring. P Muggs, happy Thanksgiving to one of our most loyal fans. We appreciate you tuning in. We are thankful for anyone who's, even dropped a like and had us on in the background just to listen to or just gave our show a chance. We're very thankful for that. We love talking football, and that's what we're gonna do. We don't have too many mailbag questions today because we're trying to target mostly the games going on, but we do have one that came in from Jay Willie on Instagram, and it's a good one. It's a start, bench, or cut question around three receivers, and it's Jamar Chase after losing Joe Burrow, Amari Cooper after losing Watson, and then DJ Moore, who has Fields back. And we talked about Amari Cooper on the show a few times and how he's great at home and he's great with Watson. But he's my cut here with Watson missing the rest of the year, unfortunately. Like those numbers just don't add up for him when Watson's not on the field. I hope he can prove me wrong because he's a talented receiver. He always has been. But he's my cut here. I think Jamar Chase is personally QB proof. I I hope that doesn't come back to haunt me. But I'm starting Jamar Chase. If he's healthy, I don't care. I don't care. It could be Tommy DeVito. By the way, huge win for my Giants. That's why I'm wearing the hat. Tommy DeVito could be the QB. I'm still starting Jamar Chase. But yeah, DJ Moore is the only one with his QB. So he's definitely on the bench. And, you know, I would try to start both of those guys if I had three of them. I don't know if you agree with my decisions. You would go another direction, Sinker, but let's hear it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, Jamar Chase, you're gonna fire up whoever is under center with him. Like you said, QB proof. I mean, he's got the talent alone to make any quarterback probably good in this league. So Chase, definitely you're keeping. And yeah, I'm probably cutting Amari Cooper. I think it's gonna get ugly there. Unfortunately, they're gonna probably try to play with the defense and just try to grind out games. And then DJ Moore, man, with Fields back, I think is an exciting play. I think what you saw earlier in the season with the connections that they have, I think that you're going to start to see that come through. So he's probably the guy I want most out of this list, to be honest with you, over Chase. I do like Chase though, but I think Amari is the odd man out here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I was very close to benching Chase and starting DJ Moore, but I didn't have it in me. But yeah, only one with his starting QB, so that makes a huge difference, especially in fantasy football. Our boy Albert, happy Thanksgiving, man. Appreciate you
Happy
tuning in with
Thanksgiving,
us.
Albert.
I know it's a busy day for a lot of people, and not everyone can be here, so we're grateful you guys chose to tune in and talk some football. But let's get into it. First game coming up in a little over an hour. The Green Bay Packers go into Detroit and they take on the Lions. We have an over under on FanDuel Sportsbook of 46 and a half. 8.5 favorites for the Lions. On paper, it looks like they should roll, but division game, anything can happen. What are you expecting in this game? Game Sink, are you with me? Are you with me that Detroit rolls? We're obviously starting Gibbs and Monty. They've both been red hot. Those guys are in your lineups. St. Brown's in your lineup. Goff's a great start, especially at home on Thanksgiving. He should have a big game. I'm more interested on that Green Bay side. Like no Aaron Jones. Who you playing in Green Bay if you're playing anyone? I know like a desperation flex maybe, Reed or Dobbs.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
so you speaking of the Packers, I really like, Reed as a sneaky flex play this week. So if you've got him, and you're in a situation where, you've got late scratches, Aaron Jones came through late this week. I think you were still waiting on news from a couple guys, but I don't mind playing him at all. I'm playing him in a lot of DFS. He's cheap. I predict this game to go over what the over under is. Last time I looked, I think it was at let's see, 46 and a half. I don't know if it's moved or not.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I
still
I
there.
okay. I like it to go over, and I think, Jordan Love, I think he tosses a couple touchdowns here, probably 2, and I think he's probably good for at least over 200 passing yards without Aaron Jones. So I like some of these guys, some of these Packers receiving options there. Um, and then yeah, I don't know. The running back situation will be interesting there as well. I might just kind of avoid that altogether. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid at all costs. It's not great. I expect them to be down in this game, so I can see,
Yeah,
Love getting those garbage points, as you said. But as we say, you never know. Could be a closer game than we think. I'm not putting my money on it. I do for the betting folk out there. Got some interesting first TD bets today. If you feel like firing away, I like those long shots on first TDs. That's the only thing worth putting a small wager on that'll pay. But I got Dobbs plus 1,700. I got Reed at plus 1,700. Jameson Williams at plus 2,000. Reynolds at plus 2,000. And then Love for a rushing TD at plus 3,000. You put 10 on each or something, 5 on each. Could be a nice little hit to start your day. So rock with me if you choose, and best of luck to you. But another guy I wanted to bring up. This is more for like DFS purposes, but could be a desperation play. Tucker Kraft, the
yeah.
tight end for Green Bay. Musgrave on IR now or IL. They threw him on there. He's missing at least 4 weeks. So this rookie's ready to come in to the starting position. Starting tight end position. As we said, we think they're going to be down. They should be throwing. Could be a sneaky PPR play. I definitely have him in a few DFS lineups this week for dirt cheap. He's one of those guys that his price is great, and he's in the starting role now, and you kind of just roll the dice on. So I definitely wanted to bring up his name, someone to look out for. He has a big game today. He could be a viable option moving forward, especially with Musgrave missing 4 weeks at minimum. So if you have an empty roster spot or someone out, you can put it on your injured reserve. he could be worth a stash pre-game, and if he stinks, you could just cut him. But it's always good to be ahead of the game, especially the way the tight end wasteland is right now. Losing Mark Andrews, just it's not pretty. So I know some of you are desperate for a start. Could be a sneaky play. Um,
Yeah, I agree on that for sure. I think it's like you said, it could be a sneaky play there. He's probably gonna be the one to catch the touchdown, right? I mean, we're gonna be talking about playing the Jaden Reed and the Dobbs and Watson, and then it's gonna be Kraft with 2 touchdowns. So
yeah, maybe have to throw another $5-10 on him too. I'm sure his odds are worth it. But
right,
P Mugs with a question, not involving any of the games today, but this one's pretty easy considering what we've been seeing. Start Warren or Addison at flex. Dobbs loves his tight ends, and starting Addison has last week I lost by 4 and I sat Warren. Yeah, I hope that wasn't on us. um, but I think we said we have to wait and see with Warren. I think we see. He's the only one who really got it done for Pittsburgh last week. Kenny Pickett sucks. Let's just be real. Yeah, it's not great. So they're gonna have to rely on the run way more. And Warren looks good. Until I see Dobbs and Addison have that connection that Kirk had with Addison, I think I'm comfortable starting Warren rest of the way until we see it. So you got to follow those trends. You saw what Warren did last week. You saw, Dobbs, he had an okay game, lost to Denver, but Addison lost a lot of his value, losing Kirk, unfortunately. We talked about it. We thought he'd be all right, but we knew he wouldn't be as good as he's been with Kirk, which was expected. But I'm leaning Warren here, and I think I'm going to lean him the rest of the way until I see Dobbs and Addison start to get some more chemistry. You agree with me there?
yeah, I think with Matt Canada leaving as well, I think it's wheels up for Warren. I think you're gonna start to see him take over that backfield a little bit more. I think the Steelers have nothing to lose right now. It's somehow they're like still in this playoff contention. And I think if they're trying to save the season, they have to start getting Warren the ball more. I mean, he's the best offensive player on their team right now. So you're seeing changes already. They got rid of Matt Canada. I would expect Warren to have a big week. I think they're just going to start handing him the rock.
With you there, Jalen Warren. Put him in your lineups. At least till he cools off because he's starting to catch fire, and you got to play those guys. We got a defensive question from P Mugs as well. Start the Lions or Baltimore defense? Lions at home, division game. Green Bay today, and then Baltimore on the road in LA. Way better offense than Green Bay. I am going Detroit. It's not that close to me. You with me there, Sinker?
Yeah, I mean, it's also Thanksgiving, right? So fire up the Thanksgiving game and then sit back and enjoy, right? Hope for a pick six. I think, I
Exactly.
said earlier, I think it'll go over, but don't be surprised if you see some defensive touchdowns today too.
Yeah, we love those. We love those. Yeah, it's always fun to take the risk and just play as many Thanksgiving games as you can and just chill all day, watch your fantasy players, root for your bets, a slice of pumpkin pie or something, just living the good life. So it's the Lions defense for us. Jonathan, happy Thanksgiving, man. Hope you have a great day. Appreciate you tuning in. Uh Here, I need a kicker, but I have to drop Christian Watson or Gabe Davis. I love Gabe Davis. You love Christian Watson. We probably shouldn't love him as much as we do, but
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, I'll jump in first while I'm gonna probably drop Gabe Davis. I think,
yeah, me too.
Gabe Davis is just like, yeah, he can get you, a touchdown and 80 yards from, you know, two catches in a game. But he also has these games where he's been goosing. He literally is getting you 0 points. So I don't know. To me, I think Watson, is going to have more value moving forward. I think he's coming off that injury, starting to get healthy. Hopefully, him and Love start to get some connection. Hopefully, you see that today. Gabe Davis is just too up and down for me. So
Yeah,
he sent. he was saying
Sorry.
his other players too are like Ayuk, Adams, and Amon-Ra, so you're not going to drop any of those guys.
Yeah, you're not hurting cutting either one, but
Right.
Gabe Davis, as much as I love him, as much as I love those boom games he has, he's so inconsistent. He's definitely more of a best ball guy. You get those massive points for his monster weeks, but as you said, he could have 3 points. He could have a goose egg. Hurts me to say this. I'm cutting Gabe Davis too. I'm still holding Watson, especially, you know, they should be down today, so I want to hold Watson over Davis and just kind of see what happens. But you're good at receiver, so you're not hurting it either way. We have another defensive question. Eagles D versus the Bills or Giants D versus New England. Might be a little biased, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm cool with firing up the Giants or the Patriots defense next week, this upcoming Sunday. The Eagles D is so much better, obviously, but can I even say the Bills are a tough matchup anymore? They're kind of it's kind of not a tough matchup anymore. But either
Yeah.
way, Mac Jones and DeVito, I'll play Giants or New England. I think if there's a game that there could be pick sixes, as we just talked about, it'll be that Giants Patriots game. It could get ugly. Both defenses, a lot of sacks, fumbles, maybe some touchdowns. I'm leaning anyone in that game over the Eagles and Bills. I expect that game to actually be high scoring and for the Bills to look better than they have been in recent weeks. Jets game doesn't count. New York is in shambles. Go Giants. But you agree with me? You're rocking the G man. This is really
Yeah.
tough to do.
I mean, I probably lean Giants, just because of the matchup. But the thing, the Eagles D is stingy. We just watched them against Mahomes. And then yeah, I mean the Josh Allen thing is he's throwing picks, man. He's throwing balls into tight coverage, and the Eagles are probably going to get at least one pick in that game. But I don't know. I think the Giants with the matchup is probably the safer bet because if anything, that Eagles Bills game could shoot out, and Josh Allen could get right at any time. So
Yeah, I'd rather take a defense going against Mac Jones or Tommy DeVito. As I said, either side of the ball. Ugh, I gotta
exactly.
put this on the screen. How about them Cowboys? Just joined. Where's the gear? Josh, I'm a man. I'm a man of my word, man. I will. I will rock a Cowboys hat at some show in the future. He won the bet, the great one. I'm not wearing a Cowboys hat on Thanksgiving. If you thought I would do that, you're tripping. No chance in hell. But I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna come through on that bet. I'm not gonna feel great about it, but a bet's a bet. We took last week off. As I said, I'm not rocking it on Thanksgiving, but I'll find a friend with a hat or something, and you can take all your screenshots and laugh, whatever you gotta do, man. You were right. I'm biased. I should have never took those points, but I'm biased. Hey, but at least my boy DeVito beat those Commanders, and I think Dallas is gonna do the same. If not, make it a lot worse on them. It's not gonna be pretty. This is a great question from Tommy Donuts before we get into any of the other games. Who will be your guy to carry momentum into the fantasy playoffs this year? And we'll stick with someone who's playing today. And it's finally the Jahmyr Gibbs show in Detroit, man. After all this waiting and speculation, like, nah, this is the week, this is the week, this is the week. He'll get it done eventually. He's been getting it done. And this is the Jahmyr Gibbs you drafted. This is the Jahmyr Gibbs we hyped up preseason. He just looks great out there. You could either one of these guys, even Montgomery and Gibbs. We talked about it being that Kamara Ingram punch from those old Saints teams, and it's starting to shape up like that. So it feels good on that call. And it's great to see them both balling. Unselfish players, just two talented guys and a great offense. And it's a great 1-2 punch. So I'll stick to the script with today's games. There's a few others I can list, but I'm gonna go with Gibbs. Just I wasn't prepared for this question, but that was the first name that came to my head. I think he's a league winner. If he stays hot, they keep giving him more and more usage. I can see him scoring today. Hopefully, he has a monster game. Jahmyr Gibbs season. Carry us to those titles, Jahmyr. Sinker, anyone that comes to the top of your head as far as someone like you feel will get hot and carry you well into the fantasy playoffs. Doesn't have to be just in today's game, just out of the whole league.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to dig now because Gibbs was gonna be mine. I was gonna say this literally gonna say the same thing. I'm trying to think of some players, that can get it going. Rashad White has been sneaky good, and I think that's gonna continue to go. So I think if you have him, some guy that off of volume alone, I think he's gonna win a lot of people championships. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'll kinda just second you up on Gibbs. I think and like you said, I think it starts today. When we talk about the Lions side here, I think that he is, the most exciting play of the day, honestly. You can see him getting 2 touchdowns, and they're really starting to give him the work, and I'm excited to see what he does in the second half of the season. Unfortunately, I traded him away in a couple leagues because I couldn't wait long enough because of my record, but, if that's a guy you've got, man, I think he's definitely gonna be a league winner for you.
Yeah, and I know you don't want to talk too much about that Chiefs game. Trust me, I was rooting for them too.
Yeah.
But are you still in on Pacheco as someone who's gonna get hot down the stretch? Because I think I
Yeah,
am.
man. I mean, I think again, I mean, look at when Pacheco gets the ball and when he's running the ball, the Chiefs offense is ticking, right? When Mahomes doesn't have to continuously drop back and throw, the offense looks better as a whole. Um, and I think that they get in trouble when they're forced to throw, and that's what Philly started to make them do because these wide receivers unfortunately can't catch the ball. So I think it's all about developing, game script with Pacheco. But once they do that, like he looks fantastic. The kid runs harder than anyone in the NFL. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm still in on Pacheco. That's another good one if you've got him, and that has a lot to do with the schedule. The Chiefs' schedule opens up, so um, yeah, he is. I read the chat. He is frustrating, but just hold tight on him. I think that there's going to be opportunities for games here close to playoff time where you're going to be glad you have him.
Yeah, and I just want to throw in Stroud to Tank Dell. Um, Unfortunately, I dished Tank Dell to get Nick Chubb in a dynasty league where you know, I was making a run, thought Nick Chubb would help my team, and he would have. And his knee exploded, and now I'm watching Tank Dell go crazy, and it hurts my soul. But I think that connection's special, and I think it's gonna stay special. That's the real deal in Houston. I'm hoping that they get into the playoffs, and my Giants won't be in there. So I'm rooting for guys. I'm rooting for Stroud. I'm rooting for guys like Dobbs. I know you'll be rooting for Pat Mahomes, but that's just
Yeah,
me.
I mean, they'll be there. The Chiefs will be in the playoffs, so it'll be cool to
Sure.
see a team like Shroud and the Texans get there, right? I mean, it's anything that can shake up the playoffs for us as fans instead of just getting the same stuff over and over again always makes the league better. So
Yes, we like as much as we love the same old football and scoring and watching these great teams play. It's always nice to have some new faces and new teams in there, and hoping to see Dobbs and Stroud in the playoffs. That'd be awesome.
that would be cool.
We got Peanuts. What's up? It's Allie. Miss you, buddy. What's up, Allie? Long time no talk. Thanks for tuning in. That's a kicker. That was to the kicker question. Man, scratch kickers, man. I'm tired of kickers. Ooh, and then just do what I did. Drop Tank Dell for a kicker.
Wow.
That almost hurts. I was trading him in Dynasty for Nick Chubb, and then Nick Chubb's knee giving out. That sucks. But you gotta, can't sweat it now. We're you gotta keep pushing. Got Dylan with a starting lineup question. Changes to the starting lineup. He lost Anthony Richardson and Andrews. That's rough. Yeah, Stroud, Pollard, Mixon, Diggs, Ayuk, McBride, and James Cook in the Lions D. Hollywood Brown, Khalil Herbert, Hunt, Tajee Spears, Downs, Reed, Ravens D. Keeping the
I think you've
Lions
got
D
it.
in. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
you
you've
knocked
got it
that
right.
down. Yeah, I mean Hollywood Brown is very tempting to get in your lineups with Murray back, but I like this lineup, man.
He's the thing with Brown is he's not getting there with Murray yet. I feel way more comfortable starting McBride with Murray than I do Hollywood right now.
That's
So
true. And I wouldn't feel great starting two pass catchers for the Cardinals. So, you need McBride. It's your only tight end. Your only tight end. Yeah, James Cook. You're not going to bench Diggs or Ayuk for Brown. It would be James Cook, and I wouldn't bench James Cook. Yeah, this is great. I think you're rolling with this, Dylan. And even though you lost some, Andrews and Richardson, you got Stroud to make up for Richardson.
and McBride's
Pollard
a
could,
great fill-in for Andrews.
yeah, for sure. And Pollard got a touchdown last week. This kid, I think he's gonna score again today. He's in a couple of my DFS lineups. I think Cowboys will get up, and they're actually gonna. I think Pollard will actually have a surprisingly big game for once, and I think that could be a guy, to answer Tommy Donuts' question, that if you bought low on, could reward you either starting. Yeah, it could have been starting last week. Could be. He could get. It could be time for Tony Pollard to show what you drafted him to do. It's been frustrating with him, but it's a long year, so that's another one I want to throw in there. Like this lineup a lot, Dylan. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for asking the question. Hope you get the dub this week. Happy Thanksgiving, fellas. Let's go, Gibbs. I love it. All right. Thanks everyone tuning in. We're gonna get to that next game. The Washington Commanders go into Dallas. Oh, it's ugly. It's definitely ugly. It's 47.5 over under on FanDuel Sportsbook. Dallas is 13.5 point favorites. I think they cover that. I think they smash. The more I look at it, the more I want to place a bet on the Cowboys giving 13.5. The Cowboys on Thanksgiving, they play with that extra spark. Commanders just lost to Tommy DeVito. Let's go, G-Men. It's a smash. It's a smash for Dallas. You're playing Dak in this game. This is if there's any game that you're feeling great about playing Dak in, it's this one. CD Lamb does not leave your lineup ever. You're playing Pollard. Ferguson's a great play. Um, feeling good about Brandon Cooks maybe as a desperation flex. I think I do. I think that's a pretty good play. I'm looking at anytime touchdown scores for this game, and Brandon Cooks plus 260,
I like
which is
Logan Thomas, man, as an anytime touchdown.
yeah, plus 440 could be another DFS play for you if you're in any slates today, or you're, as you say, you're hurting at tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's a
think
long shot, so don't go out dropping someone for Logan Thomas, but
yeah, that's just we just like to place our wagers on Thanksgiving. Is there anyone you're
yeah.
feeling good about in this game? Like I'm assuming,
I
Brian
mean,
Robinson, if you have to
yeah,
play him if you're hurting at running back, but such a rough
if
matchup in a game they should be down in.
for sure. I think if Gibson is out again, which is a game time decision, so obviously monitor that. But if Gibson's out again, even though the Cowboys is a tough matchup, I don't mind playing Robinson. I think that he'll get enough volume, even if they're trailing, which they should be, catching the ball out of the backfield. So, and he's shown in the last couple of games he's got a little bit of juice back there where he can get some PPR points for you. So if Gibson is out, I definitely like the Robinson play. And then yeah, I mean if you've got Howell, I don't mind playing Howell either. This is a good. I know the Cowboys D is stingy, but this is a game where they're probably going to be playing from behind. So in like a super flex league, if you're comparing him with someone in that same tier, I don't mind playing Howell either.
Yeah, it scares me in Dallas, but so if you don't mind playing Hal, you're firing up McLaurin. I think that's the line I draw on Commanders
I,
players. I don't want to fire up Samuel. I don't want to fire up Dotson. You mentioned Thomas, but it's only if you're
yeah.
very very desperate, and that's it for me as far as Washington. You
So
agree?
yeah, I agree. I'm kind of taking a different approach on this game. I think that and don't kill me for this. I think the Commanders will cover. I think that they'll.
Woo!
I think it'll be a little closer than you think it will be, just because it's a Thursday Thanksgiving game, and I know that the Commanders are coming off that game against the Giants, but I wouldn't be shocked, man. I think these games are going to be a lot closer than we think today.
Yeah, I still think Cowboys roll, but we'll see. As I said, that's why
The
football's
Cowboys are
great.
definitely going to win. Cowboys are definitely going to win the game, but I think Washington covers.
All right, that's interesting.
13 and a half is a lot, man. We'll see.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said that.
we said it about
I
24 and
know.
a
I
half or
know.
whatever the
I
hell it
know.
was, and
I know. Josh is gonna
yeah,
have me in here wearing Cowboys gear because I'm betting against him on the Commanders.
yeah, we owe it to him, Josh. It's coming, man. We're not flaking on that bet, and we're not happy about it, but a bet's a bet. Jonathan, the flex question: Deontay Johnson, Charbonnet, or Singletary? Charbonnet should be starting. Walker's doubtful, but he's playing the San Francisco 49ers defense. Horrible matchup. We just talked about Kenny Pickett being garbage, not being able to get it done through the air. Maybe Canada gone can open things up for Deontay Johnson. I know Damian Pierce is back, but Singletary's been hot, and I think I'm riding that hot hand until I see it. Because even when Pierce was in, he hasn't been what we wanted him to be, unfortunately. And Singletary's look good out there. Houston's clicking on offense, and I think I'm rolling Devin Singletary here. I'm staying in the flames. I'm avoiding the rough matchup with Charbonnet, and I just don't feel great about Deontay Johnson with Kenny Pickett under center until I can see it. So it's Devin Singletary for me. What about you? What about you, Sinker?
I agree, man. I mean, I think even with Pierce coming back, I think Singletary stole the job, man. Pierce did not look good when he was playing. They gave him plenty of time and plenty of touches to prove himself, and he didn't have that, man. So I think Singletary, there's no reason for them to go away from that. I would keep riding that, and that offense is hot right now too. So you're getting a team that's constantly going to be in the red zone, and it's giving Singletary opportunities to score touchdowns.
Love it, love it. We're agreeing today, man. So Thanksgiving should be a couple deep breaths,
They're giving us
no
easy ones
arguing.
today. The only thing we don't
Yeah,
agree on is
the, the spread
Commanders
and
Cowboys. Yeah,
oh, that's good. We should side bet that.
I don't know if I want to do that, but
That's fair. All right, gonna keep rolling. Gonna keep rolling. We're gonna go on to this. Talked about everyone we would start in this game. Obviously, fire up your Cowboys defense. That's obvious, but I'll just say it anyway for you.
yeah. I mean,
49ers at Seattle. Oh, my bad, bro. What were you saying?
I was just to say if you've got Cowboys, you're playing them in this
Every,
game. So
you're playing them every week. It doesn't
yeah,
even. I think they're matchup proof at this point. They're gonna get you sacks. They could get you a pick six any given week. You're firing up the
yeah.
Cowboys defense every week. Firing up the 49ers defense every week, in my opinion. But they are on the road in Seattle. No Kenneth Walker. Geno Smith questionable, banged up. They're saying he should play. Don't quote me on that, but that's the last I read. He should suit up in Seattle when we know it's hard to play. Gets loud over there. Are you who are you starting on this Seahawks team? Obviously, 49ers. Brock Purdy, steal in dynasty startup, steal in redraft, top 10 QB,
Yeah.
getting it done every week. It seems with all these crazy weapons. Ayuk's in your lineup, Kittle. If you have to ask if you should play Christian McCaffrey, maybe fantasy football is not for you. But I'll just say that. But yeah, you're firing up all your playmakers in San Fran. The real question is like, who are you? Who are you playing in this on the Seahawks team? I mean, Metcalf. I guess you fire up.
Yeah, I like
Lot.
DJ still.
We got Lockett. All right, this is the lowest over under of the week, I believe. Uh,
I might draw the line on the Seahawks side with DK. I don't know if I'm gonna get to Lockett. Honestly, I'm a little worried with him coming off a little bit of he's a little banged up. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I think DK and probably Zach Charbonnet if you've got him right, you probably have to play him. So just off volume with Walker out, I mean he could get you a touchdown, but yeah, I don't know. With the wide receivers after that, I'm getting a little shaky on that. DJ Dallas might be a sneaky play, but again, it's just against the 49ers. So
yeah, he's the only one on FanDuel Sportsbook who's not over plus 200 to score an anytime TD. That's Charbonnet. He's at plus 140. So take that as you will. Obviously could roll in the end zone once or twice, but not crazy about the matchup. But definitely could start him if you need to. DK plus 250, and then Lockett plus 290. Obviously, it's not all about touchdowns; those yardage and receptions count too. I think I'm cool with playing Lockett. I think I draw the line after Lockett. JSN, I think I'm leaving on the bench. Uh, don't tweet me when he goes off for 102
Right.
tonight. But yeah, you're starting everyone in San Fran, Debo included. Obviously, I think they're gonna have keep rolling. But just Charbonnet, Metcalf, and Lockett, you don't feel great about Geno. Obviously, two QB leagues, super flex leagues. You got to do what you got to do if he plays, but you're not feeling good about it. So you draw the line at Metcalf. I'll draw it at Lockett. And either way, with those two guys, we're not feeling great about it. But we know how fantasy goes. You got to play guys in rough matchups sometimes. And I guess maybe just root for some Thanksgiving miracles to happen because they do happen. But
Yes.
we're not feeling great about it.
Seahawks being at home helps a little bit too here. But it really depends if Gino goes. So I think like you said, he's gonna go, but we'll see.
For sure, for sure. This is kind of what Tommy. It's not similar to Tommy Donuts. We'll run this. Out of all three games today, who do you think will have the highest scoring fantasy day? I can't say Ty Hill tomorrow against the Jets. I'm just kidding.
Let's go with our guy here, man.
You're going Gibbs.
I think Gibbs, man. I think that he's gonna have a huge game today, honestly. But at the
Gun
same
to my head.
time,
How do I not say CMC? You know that's
yeah,
or Dak
CD
Prescott.
Lamb, CD
Yeah,
Lamb too.
if we can throw QBs in, I would pick Dak. Lamb could have a monster. I'm taking the easy way out. I'll go CMC. I hope it's Gibbs though.
I'll go with Gibbs, man. I'm
All
riding with
right.
Gibbs having the biggest day.
All right, you heard it. Jameer Gibbs, highest fantasy score on
So bet
Thanksgiving. Speaking
Montgomery 2 touchdowns.
we just call it as we see it. You know how it goes. But it's hard for me not to pick CMC. Hopefully they both have Hughes. Yeah, stars will be stars. CMC. Let's go.
Yep.
Maybe Gibbs can be too. Oh, you said you got both on the same team.
Damn,
Gibbs and
sitting back,
CMC.
enjoying the day,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, you're chilling. You're
Get
chilling.
you some
That's
turkey, some gravy, and win yourself a week.
take your opponent's fantasy team and give them the stuffing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, speaking of stuffing, we had this is our Thanksgiving little special. We wanted to come in, talk, betting odds. We wanted to talk all three games today, who we like to play as far as fantasy. And we got through those games in 40 minutes. So let's talk fantasy. Let's talk Thanksgiving food. Let's do that. Favorite Thanksgiving Day food, favorite dessert. If I were to, if this was redraft, this was any format, I'm going stuffing 1.1. I'm a fat boy. I love my carbs. I love stuffing. I think turkey's a little overrated. I'll still eat it. I need some gravy on that. Um, it's stuffing for me. I know people, some people have mashed potatoes as their 1.1, but I'm always, I don't know if everyone does this, but we do stuffed mushrooms. I love those. But at the end of the day, give me my plate of stuffing. That's the 1.1 on Thanksgiving Day for me. What's your favorite Thanksgiving Day food, man? You want those
So
games? You want that turkey?
no, yeah, I mean, I think the turkey is the most overrated thing about Thanksgiving. Like,
Same.
to be honest with you, it's probably mashed potatoes, man. Like some homemade mashed potatoes, a little chunky still.
Yeah, that's the
Gotta
stuff.
have the gravy on it. But I like the stuffing take, man. Stuffing's really good. I'm curious, how do you guys do your stuffing? Is it like using bread and doing it that way, or like how are you doing it?
Yeah, old school like Wonder Bread, like homemade
Yeah, dude, that's the way to
sheet
do it.
sheet of stuffing. Cut yourself a big piece. Fall asleep during the Cowboys game by halftime with the itis, and that's how Thanksgiving's done, ladies and gentlemen. And
That's how we do it too, man. I'm excited.
let's yeah, I can't wait to feast. What about dessert? I'm a pumpkin pie guy. I'm basic. Pumpkin pie, a little scoop of vanilla ice cream. I'm a happy camper. Give me my like a double espresso, Italian coffee, or just even a regular coffee.
Damn, that sounds
You know,
really good right now.
yeah, I would kind of wish I had some at 11:40 in the morning here on the East Coast, but I'll
I
have to
know
wait a couple hours.
8:40 here, man. After this, I'm gonna go see if I can grab a coffee somewhere real quick because this
Nothing.
they have the Keurig here, man. It's not doing it for me. I need something a little stronger.
Yeah, you're like me, man. I need my coffee strong. I need it like premium. If there's one thing I'm spending up for, it's a good cup of Joe. So I'm glad
Absolutely.
we're on the same page. What about you, man? Favorite dessert? You a pie
Yeah,
guy? Scoop of ice
yeah.
cream?
Pumpkin pie, man. I mean,
It's the
we're similar,
best.
man. We would enjoy the same meals. Pumpkin pie is obviously the best, but pecan pie is good too, man. If you got one of those, so in any of those two with heat them up, then scoop of vanilla ice cream, like you said on there. I mean, that's just doesn't get much better than that.
Oh man, I'm hungry. I'm hungry just thinking about it. Pumpkin pie, stuffing, mashed potatoes, scoop of ice cream. We're feasting today. We hope your fantasy teams feast too. We're gonna cut it early because I know we got through all the games. I know you guys got to get to your families or start drinking, start eating, get ready for some football. We're excited. Sinker, thankful for you, brother. Thank you for joining this journey with me this season and coming on Fantasy Fanline, talk some fantasy. We don't have many episodes left. It feels like time is just flying and flying and flying, but we're gonna be with you every week until the championships. So tune in. I think we have one Wednesday show coming up, but the rest will be on Tuesday nights.
Yep.
We'll get back to our regular scheduled programming. Anything you want to add, man? Thanksgiving wishes.
No, man. I mean, just yeah, thankful for you as well, Sanchi. I mean, it's been a blast so far this year, and looking forward to talking playoffs and getting everyone across the line. Hopefully, winning some people some money in some leagues. Um, and then yeah, thanks for everyone tuning in, man. I hope you and your families all have a fantastic Thanksgiving. So enjoy the day, sit back, watch football, and enjoy food, and just enjoy the time you get to spend with your family.
Yeah, the word of the day. You're obviously thankful, but gratitude. Practice some gratitude today. Be happy for what you have, uh, and just appreciate the little things.
Exactly.
And then once you start doing that every day, your quality of life gets a lot better. This is a football podcast. I'll leave all that. I'll end it there.
I
You
mean,
could always message
I
me if you want to talk deep.
yeah. No, I mean, I always practice gratitude until my parlay is ripped apart after the first games today, and then I'll have to go on a walk by myself. I'm just
Uh, couple deep breaths go a long way. But
kidding.
yeah, cutting it 15 minutes early today. We're thankful for all our watchers and listeners, especially the ones who tuned in over on Thanksgiving morning. I know it's a busy day for everyone, but all right, let's get ready to watch football and let's get ready to feast. So happy Thanksgiving from us to you. For my man Sinker out on the West Coast, I'm not jealous at all. I am Sanchi Value. Peace out.
Peace.